So you're interested in how I grew my hair from this to this in just a year, right? And you want to know how to do it for yourself, correct? Well, you've come to the right place.
I said 5 in the morning. I wake up to fight for my yearnings. Fear in my mind is a warning. Pray to the one you're relying. I've been wondering.
Hey guys, it's Hazel. I hope you are all doing really well. So a few of you have been asking for this video for time and to reflect on my hair journey. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And I'm also going to be giving you some realistic hair tips and advice which can really help you to progress on your hair journey or help you to start your hair journey altogether. I've had these earrings for a year and they have not tarnished, not even one bit. And I wear them on a regular basis. These look exactly the same as the day I received them, which is why Anna Louise will always be one of my top jewelry choices. I actually have some pieces to share with you, so let's get into it. For those of you that are unfamiliar with Ana Luisa, they're a New York-based jewelry brand and they specialize in creating sustainable and affordable pieces of jewelry for men and women. Starting with these Eden hoops, they have this checkerboard design and inside they have these gorgeous gems. And this is really simple and elegant and you can pair this with any outfit. Next, we have these Celeste hoops and I love the design on these. They have like a little moon and then a little star and it's just overall so gorgeous. If you look closely, it has these little gems which just takes the whole design to the next level. Moving on to the Kiara earrings, now they have this teardrop design and I've been searching for something like this for a while. I think these are so sophisticated and I love the size of these as well. Lastly, I have this Eternity ring and I got this in a size 10. Now the ring is a bit too big for the majority of my fingers, so I just ended up putting this on my thumb. As usual, I have a discount code for you to use. It will be available in the description below. It's important that I start off with my background story when it comes to my hair. I know a lot of the time it can be frustrating and also confusing when you see people progressing with their hair journeys and you don't really understand how they even got there in the first place. Let's go all the way back to when I had relaxed hair. I started out using relaxers when I was really young. I mean, I was 4 years old when I started, and I eventually stopped relaxing my hair when I was 18, but we're going to get into that a bit later, okay? I was very curious about my natural hair from a young age. I never understood how I could like obtain my natural hair, you know what I'm saying? I thought I could just go back and I can just stop relaxing my hair and start using natural hair products, and that's how my curls would come. But bearing in mind I was like 9 when I was thinking about this. Anyway, let's fast forward to my transitioning journey. This journey has been in the making for 7 years. I successfully transitioned in 2022 and I was 19 at the time when I big chopped my hair. But the first time I ever decided to transition was back in 2016 and I was around like 13, 14 at the time, you know. I was so excited. My main reason for doing this was because of infomercials. Now I was obsessed as like a teenager and a child with infomercials, and during 2016 I came across a product called When. I thought that When was my ticket to natural hair. I used the product for around 4 months and then I ended up going back to relaxers after the 4 months. Like, okay, it wasn't my time. Fast forward to 2020 and this was probably the height of the pandemic. My hairdresser would usually relax my hair, so this was a massive problem that I couldn't get to her. Like that sounds so insensitive of me to say considering everything that happened during the pandemic, but you guys know what I'm saying. Like, I had no way of getting to my hairdresser at this time. So that's when I decided to revisit the idea of transitioning, because I was unable to relax my hair at the time. I couldn't relax my hair properly and I was really scared that I was also going to damage my hair. But I ended up relaxing my hair myself anyway because you know, I had to. So I ended up transitioning 5 months later from my last relaxer. I mean, this time I had a bit more success when it came to obtaining my natural hair, but I still wasn't there yet. Now we're on to my final transitioning attempt, and this was back in 2022. That's a lie. This was back in 2021. That was when I had my last relaxer and I really decided to take this journey seriously. I was on a mission. But what a lot of people don't know is that it came to a point where I had to transition to keep my hair healthy. During this time, I was in my first year of university. Everyone wants to look good when it comes to their first year of uni, but I had a certain idea in mind for what I wanted my hair to be. I wanted my hair to be pin straight and have these gorgeous body wave curls. So that's what I tried to achieve every single week. While I was achieving that, I was using so much heat to the point where my ends were fried. Like, they were done. My hairdresser did such a good job at hiding how fried my ends were. Before we relaxed my hair, she would trim the ends. It literally looked like there was no damage and there was no change to my hair. And I was so sick and tired of that new growth stage. I couldn't deal with it anymore. I needed a really big change, you know. As a result, I decided to finally attempt this transitioning journey one more time. Now, if you want a bit more information as to how I was able to successfully transition, I have a whole series out on my TikTok and also on my YouTube shorts. Go check that out, and I'll have a few videos in the description below if you're interested, okay? I big chopped my hair in March 2022. God. The day that I cut my hair, I felt so free. Something inside of me shifted. It's like a new identity was created as a result. I felt like I had been building up to this for a really long time. It was years of feeling a certain way about my hair and then being able to actually release those feelings and shift my identity to something new. And I started to realize that my beauty should have never been tied to how long my hair was or how gorgeous my hair is, you know. Like, there's so many other things that make me gorgeous, and there are so many other things about yourself that make you gorgeous. This is going to sound really weird, but those of you that get it will get it. Like, I felt like I gave birth to a whole new identity, to a whole new person that day. There is an amazing movie out that I know a lot of natural hair girlies who have gone through the big chop and that transitioning phase will be able to relate to. It's called Nappily Ever After. Now, this is about a woman who has straightened her hair for the majority of her life, and then a really interesting experience happens. I'm not going to spoil it because I'm not a spoiler. And she goes through all these different changes and is on a journey of self-discovery as well. It's a very interesting movie. If you've seen it, let me know exactly what you think about it in the comment section, and if you haven't seen it, go and see it. It's a good movie. Even though I felt free, the next day I woke up and I literally cried. Like, I looked in the mirror and I just cried. And this is not because I dislike what I see, but it's because I don't know what to do with what I see. I don't know. Like, these were tears of frustration. That first month of having natural hair was difficult. I didn't know what to do with it. I kept on wearing twists, and I would just throw on a wig and I would call it a day. I had no willingness to want to learn about my hair. I was just like, listen, twist your hair, put a wig on top, and let's get on with our life, you know. We don't have time for this. Fast forward to 2 months later, my wig was so crusty. Like, I could not leave the house with this wig looking like this. I decided to wear my natural hair in public, and based off of one interaction, which I think I've already mentioned this in my 6 months post big chop video. I have it linked at the top if you're interested. But basically, I was walking to go somewhere and a man had stopped to laugh at my hair in his car. I knew I had to figure out how to do my hair and what hairstyles would suit my kind of hair, and that's when my natural hair journey truly began. Moving on to curl patterns and texture, I need you to understand these separately and not mix them up. When you're talking about curl patterns, you're talking about the shape of your curls. When it comes to the words that we use to define texture, it's a mix of coarse, fine, medium, and many more. Understanding the texture of your hair is the most important thing. Not everyone's going to agree with me when I say this, but I'm telling you what you need to know. Your texture will be the determining factor when it comes to the types of products you use. The whole idea of curl pattern kept me in the same position in my journey for a long time, and that's because I was so fixated on trying to put my hair into a certain category. Sometimes your hair just doesn't fit one category, it doesn't fit one mold, and that is okay. That's very much so normal. If you see multiple different curl patterns growing out of your head, you have multiple different curl patterns. End of story. I'm going to go into a bit more depth into the curl patterns that I have, because I know you guys have really been asking me a lot of questions when it comes to my curl type. So let's get into it. I have type 4 curls overall. I have type 4A, B, and C. I have multiple curl patterns which grow out on my scalp, and that is why I consider my hair to be overall type 4. Right now, you can't see all of those curl patterns because I have a lot of products in my hair. My hair naturally does not look like this. It takes me a lot of time and effort to make my hair look like the way it is today. Over this past year, I've received a few reoccurring questions, so I just wanted to address that in this video. You guys have asked if my hair naturally falls into this shape or I get it cut into this shape. It naturally falls into this shape, which I was very shocked by. My hair was this round shape. It wasn't this heart shape that it is today. When my hair was 3 months post big chop, then it started to really form this gorgeous heart shape, you know, it's saying I love you. Some of you have said that you really want to go natural, but you just don't have that support around you. I want you to know that you don't need anyone's support to do this. If people are against your decision, then that is their problem. It's none of your business. If you feel so strongly and so deeply in your soul that this is for you, you need to give it the chance that it deserves. But if you're under the age of 18 and your parent or whoever is looking after you is still financially providing for you, this may not be the best time to start your journey. You're gonna need money to fund your journey. Let me explain. When it comes to experimenting with products and trying to figure out what works for you, it's gonna be costly. I'm gonna finish off by giving you 4 realistic tips that you can apply along your own hair journey. Your hair may be similar to someone else's, but it's never gonna be the same by any means. I'm going to use Crystal as an example. You may think your hair is similar to Crystal, and as a result you copy all of the steps that she does with her hair routine, but when it comes to your own hair, you're confused as to why this is not working for you. What Crystal is doing is specific to the hair that grows out of her scalp, not yours. I get so many comments where people are like, well, that didn't work for my hair, and this, you know, this didn't work for my hair. You need to take whatever that person is showing you and figure out how that is going to work for your own hair. No one knows your hair better than you. The second tip I want to talk about is investing in a good hair care routine. It may take you months, it may take you weeks. For myself, it took me a few months to really create a routine which was specific to my hair. Now, some of you may be saying, I don't know how to create a routine because I don't understand my hair. Don't worry, I got you. These are a list of questions that you should be asking yourself in order to create your specific hair routine. Now, creating this routine will be useless if you do not follow it up with consistency. But I don't want to be that girl, but I'm gonna be that girl. You have to be consistent. Consistency can really make or break your whole journey. You have to work on being consistent in order to achieve whatever goal you have in mind. Tip number 3 is all about understanding your hair for what it is. You have to be honest with yourself and you have to understand the reality of your hair, not what you want your reality to be. Now, I'm gonna say something which we've probably all done at some point, and I'm guilty of this as well, is we look to women who have a looser curl pattern or finely textured hair, and we try and do the things that they're doing in order to achieve the same results that they are achieving. You're never going to achieve the exact same results as any person that you see online. I want to make this really clear. You can have a very successful hair journey if you just understand your hair for what it is instead of what you want it to be. Experiment with products in moderation. Or when it comes to hair growth or achieving a certain goal with your hair, it can take a lot of time to see actual results. So I'm not going to sit here and sell you a false narrative when it comes to hair growth. Hair growth it's a long game. You need to give your hair the time it deserves with certain products to really see that result come through. You guys always want to know what kind of products I use, so I'm going to touch up on a few of my products briefly. This is my Dax pomade, and I use this twice every week on my scalp. This is perfect if you have a really dry scalp. It's very moisturizing. Next, I have my ultimate secret, which is this Shea Moisture Strengthen and Restore treatment mask. I use this as a deep conditioner, and I pair this with a few other products. I deep condition my hair once every week, and I use a steam cap because my hair is very coarse. I want to finish off by letting you know that this is possible for you, no matter how many times you've tried to transition, no matter where you are in your natural hair journey, you can achieve the goal that you want, but it's up to you to do that. I believe in you and I know you can do this. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, make sure you subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next video.